Sudoku is a popular puzzle game that involves filling a 9x9 grid with numbers from 1 to 9, following some simple rules. There are many tips and tricks that can help you solve Sudoku faster and more efficiently. Here are some of them. Start with the areas that have more given digits, as they will limit the possibilities for the empty cells. Look for single candidates, also known as naked singles, which are cells that can only contain one possible number. Scan different rows, columns and 3x3 blocks one at a time, and see how they interact with each other. Don't focus too long on one part of the grid, as you may need to place digits elsewhere first. Use pencil marks to write down the possible candidates for each cell, and update them as you eliminate numbers. Look for hidden singles, which are cells that have only one possible candidate in a row, column or block, even if they have more candidates in the cell. Look for pairs and triples, which are 2 or 3 cells in a row, column or block that have only 2 or 3 possible candidates among them. You can eliminate these candidates from other cells in the same row, column or block. Look for subsets, which are groups of cells that have the same number of candidates as the number of cells. For example, if you have 4 cells that have only 4 candidates among them, say 1, 2, 3 and 4, then you can eliminate these candidates from other cells in the same row, column or block. Look for X-wings, which are pairs of rows or columns that have only 2 possible locations for a certain number. You can eliminate this number from other cells in the same rows or columns. Look for swordfishes, which are similar to X-wings but involve 3 rows or columns instead of 2. Look for coloring techniques, which involve marking cells with different colors based on their candidates and looking for contradictions or eliminations. Look for forcing chains, which involve following the consequences of assuming a certain candidate is true or false and looking for contradictions or eliminations. Double-check solved sections with the 45 rule. Any solved row, column or block should add up to 45. These are some of the most common and useful Sudoku tips and tricks that can help you solve hard puzzles.